Step on in, pull up a chair. History gets a little unfair. Stories, secrets, all scrubbed up. Welcome to the Dead President's Club.
Hey.
Welcome
to
another
episode of
First Deal / The Dead President's Club.
The Dead President. Do you have a jingle?
No, we're going to get one on AI, though.
Dead President's Club.
Oh, I didn't like that one.
Keep going.
Anyways, welcome to another episode with the clown himself, Brandon Turner.
I am.
Beardy Brandon.
Make me a short jingle for my podcast, quote, The Dead President's Club, end quote.
Let's hear it.
It'll take about 15 seconds.
All right. Hey, for those of you that don't know Brandon Turner.
Hi.
Brandon Turner is...
Are we supposed to be looking at a camera?
No, we talk to each other. We're just hanging out.
That's weird. I don't talk to you.
Okay. Well, it's going to be an uncomfortable half an hour for you.
All right.
Look into my eyes.
I'm looking into your eyes right now.
You
You ready to hear it? I do.
Step on in, pull up a chair. History gets a little unfair. Stories, secrets, all scrubbed up. Welcome to the Dead President's Club. The Dead President's Club. Come on in, where the past talks back with a grin. From the dollar bills to the busted myths. We laugh, we learn, we stir up the stiff. Yeah, the Dead President's Club. That's us. Tune it up and ride with us.
That's incredible, actually.
Isn't that great?
That what platform did you use for
That
it?
was Suno.
Suno.
I've made well over 5,000 songs in the last year on Suno. It's addiction. It's a real bad addiction.
Listen, I will tell you this, and we'll get into it, but you are, I think, the single greatest power user of AI.
I am. Yeah.
Is there anything you don't do with AI right now?
No. I was arguing with my wife yesterday, but it was an awkward argument because every time she says something, I'd have to put it in a ChatGPT and say, "How do I respond best to this?" So it was great. I won.
Yeah. Over text.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just kidding. My wife and I don't fight. It's fine.
Yeah. And the goal of any healthy marriage is to win the fight.
It's the goal of anything is to win.
Correct.
The goal of life is to win.
Which must be hard for you, being such a loser.
I don't mind. It's all right. You know what? Sometimes it's the journey, not the destination.
Oh, well, that's what they say. Hey, so Brandon's an interesting character in my life, mostly because...
you didn't even know who I was 2 years ago.
That's the interesting part. Here's the problem, though, is now I have to think you're cool. And so I showed up to this... actually, the first time I saw him, he looked like a hobo. He was speaking at...
I gotta use past tense there. I looked like a hobo.
No, you still
now I look like a distinguished gentleman.
Hippie?
I'm a gentleman.
Yeah. Are you ever going to cut the beard?
Never.
That's the real question.
No. You know in the Bible, Samson?
Yeah.
And his hair?
I don't think you're allowed to compare yourself to Samson.
Yeah, Delilah cuts it, loses power.
Yeah.
I cut this, I go bankrupt. True story.
What if you go bankrupt anyways?
Then I will cut it.
Okay. All right. You heard it here. Brandon is
to hide.
maybe the most prolific, second to Grant Cardone, maybe most prolific voice in real estate investing.
Kiyosaki's going to be up there too.
Yeah, Kiyosaki's broader than just real estate.
That's
though,
true.
You know, but
so is Cardone.
That's true. Cardone Ventures, all that stuff. Brandon, tell us a little bit about why you're great.
Yeah, I'm really great because that's all I got.
$1 billion.
End the show.
$1 billion of real estate.
So let's talk about the bad things first.
Okay.
I am a mediocre father and a halfway okay husband and a decent business person that fails more often than I win, and I really like real estate.
You're in a strange headspace today.
No, I'm in a great headspace.
You're just self-deprecating, just no winning.
Oh no, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.
You're going to win?
Dude, I'm actually really, really good at business. I just have too many of them. And so you can't be good at everything.
This is true.
Yeah. And so
What's your favorite one right now?
Ooh, favorite business?
Yeah.
I mean, I always love real estate. So real estate's still my favorite business.
Okay.
But, oh man, that's a hard one. That's like picking your favorite kid.
I know. And now you got to think about all your employees.
Here's my favorite. It's going to be a commercial too. Beardy Brew Coffee. You can get it at beardybrew.com. And it currently makes about $75 a month. And we donate all the money to charities or a charity called Village of Hope in Maui that helps foster care kids.
I love that.
That is my favorite business. And I make very little money because I never mention it ever. It's the first time I've ever mentioned it publicly. So,
all
cool.
right, clip that for Brandon's social media
There we go,
so
yeah.
he can get some foster
Please.
kids.
Yeah, we got to help the foster kids. It's actually Village of Hope is such a great organization. They make the bags for the kids. Because when kids get ripped out of houses, they make bags for them. But then they also do these monthly night outs where they rent a giant church facility or some big place, and then all the foster kids on the island come and they get to play and hang out and do big games and pizza and all this, and they bring in volunteers to just hang out with the kids and mentor them, and then they give gift cards to all the foster parents to go out on a date that night. So then they watch the kids and the siblings, and the parents get to go on a date, and it's just loving on the foster care kids.
Do you volunteer there as well?
I haven't done it in a good probably 2 years, but.
Do you guys I feel like we talked about this, but do you and Heather have interest in foster or adoption or any of that?
Definitely interest in adoption. Foster's tough. You done it?
No.
Yeah.
So technically we have, because so all three of our kids are adopted, but our first two were private placement adoptions.
Oh, yeah.
But the third is the biological brother of our oldest.
That's right.
And when he got left at the hospital by his birth mom, he technically went into foster care. So we became his foster parents for adoption. So we did technically foster to adopt, but it was a different situation. We haven't done the typical foster thing. Yeah. I'll tell you this, man. I don't know if I'm built for it.
Yeah. It'd be so hard.
I love it. Adoption and all that stuff is the biggest part of who we are. I just don't know if I could literally part with a kid.
I know. You love them and then they're gone.
Well, and often the hard part about adoption or foster care in specific, well, first of all, the system is insanely broken.
Yep.
But the part of it that is intended for good is that foster care is built for reunification with family or with the birth mom. Most often that is not the best place for the kid.
Yep.
And yet, because the system is wholly designed for reunification, you end up sending these kids back into horrible situations. And it's not because the mom's bad, it's typically because they're broken, they need help.
Yep.
And yet these kids pay the price. And I think I'd go to prison. I'd hijack, leave the country, steal the kids. No, I couldn't. I don't know if my heart could handle it, but
same.
But you would adopt.
I would adopt. Yeah. In fact, we probably will.
Okay.
So.
Where from?
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Just
Waiting for God to tell me that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. What are you excited about right now, Brandon?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about everything. I'm very excited about AI. I love it. It's an addiction, as you can tell. We should make a jingle for Beardy Brew later.
Do it right now.
No, I'll do it later. It's fine. Yeah, dude, I'm excited about how fast AI is changing, and it's super fun. I'm excited about building AI into my companies. I want to build, I have a property management company. We're called Open because of my investment company is called Open Door Capital. So Open, we manage somewhere around, call it 5,000 units, give or take, right now, mostly mobile homes.
All your own or for others?
All my own, yeah. But we were going to get into third party. But then what I want to do is I want to create an AI first, AI dominant property management company. Because here's my theory with AI, for what it's worth for those who care. AI, especially right now, there's several use cases, right? There's fun stuff like making pictures and songs, super fun. There's the I'm going to build stuff through Lovable or one of those where I'm going to build an app or a thing, and those are super fun. I built a lot of that. And then there's a chat capability, right? I can chat with a bot and I can have conversations. But the fourth thing that I'm really getting into now is the agent side. That gets people overly complicated, and they're already turning this out right now going, I don't care. But the agent is nothing in my mind but a process. So an agent says, what is a process that you do digitally in some way that, and if it's a digital process, an agent can do it. You can build sound like I said Asian. An agent can do it.
If you can think, dream it, an Asian can do it.
If you can think. So let's just take for one for example. A tenant calls about a maintenance request. That is a very process thing. What happens? Could you put it on a piece of paper? Yeah. Phone rings. Great. What happens? Answer by the third ring. Then what? Well, answer and say this thing. Hello, thanks for coming, blah, blah, blah. Or thanks for calling. What can I help you with? Okay, then if they have a complaint, then you what? So in other words, I built a property management company that mostly use Filipino and Indian VAs, right? Well, if I can explain it to a VA overseas, I can explain it to an agent. An agent can do a better job than a VA in almost every task, even voice tasks. All right, so that's
Is that happening for you right now, or this is your thesis?
It is happening slowly right now, and it's about to happen much more fastly.
Okay.
So, a property management company is made up of hundreds of processes, right? Like just think of anything we do in property management or landlording is a process. So a tenant calls with that. Somebody pays rent late. You have a vacant unit. You got to put it on Zillow. Okay, what do you do? Step one, you got to have a picture taken of it. Now there are things that are not digital, like somebody has to take a physical picture. Okay, but 95% of property management and landlording is a digital process. Mm-hmm. Almost everything is a digital process. So therefore, we define what that process is. So the process is posting a listing to Zillow. That's what the process is. Now we map the process. If this happens, then this happens. You write it all out. Then the third thing is you improve the process. You go chat with ChatGPT or Claude and you're like, how do I make this better? Is this really the best way to do it? Or you chat with buddies on a podcast and say, what are you doing for posting to Zillow? And they're like, oh, I use TurboTen and it does it automatically. I'm like, oh, no way, that's great. I'll do that. So you improve the process. And then once you've improved the process and it's defined and you got it all mapped out, then you just make AI do it. And then it gets done 24/7 for free, forever, with no mistakes, no PTO, no anything. It just gets done. That's one process, and then you do another one. So imagine every week you just changed 2, 3, 4 processes from a person doing it to an AI agent doing it. Over the course of a year, you could turn an entire company into 99% agentic. And the beauty of that is it scales, and it's free, almost free. So that's where I'm headed, and that's what I'm excited about.
I love it, man. AI is such a hot topic right now.
So hot.
What do you think's overhyped about it, though? We talked about this recently.
Well, I mean, I live on Twitter a lot. Like that's my favorite social platform right now for whatever reason. I really enjoy it. Probably because it's most AI focused. Like Twitter has 3 things going on. It's like either Candace Owens or it's AI.
Okay, I got to tell you, have you seen my repost to the guy who's trolling Candace Owens for saying, oh, dude, I'll send them to you. This guy, have you seen these? They're so funny because she says all these words wrong.
Yeah, I have seen this, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then the guy's so like, oh, surely you don't mean that. It's so good. It's so Anyways,
funny.
Yes.
Anyway, so Twitter is full of hype. And it's always stuff like this. It's like, I just automated my entire business and now I'm making $10 million MRR, like monthly recurring revenue. And then you're like, you are? And you're like, well, you dig into the details. It's like they sold one product for $9, but because it only took 3 seconds to sell that product one time, they extrapolate that and say they're making $10 million a month. I'm like, no, you're not. You made $9.
Right.
But yeah, but it only took 3 seconds. So, mathematically, that's $10 million. That's the hype, is people saying like, I'm using AI to automate my entire life. And it's a ton of work to set up those systems. Yeah. Is it coming? Is it getting better? Is it getting faster? Yes, yes, yes. But it is still a tremendous amount of effort and work and lift to do it. But let me give you a quick metaphor on this, and then I'll let you talk again because you're the podcast host and not me.
Oh, how's that feel for you?
I love it, actually, because I like talking. Yeah. So my cat has a problem. I actually have 2 cats. My cat has a problem. It likes to go to the bathroom a lot, like every day. And it's super annoying. And so I don't know if your cat does this, but my cat goes to the bathroom, right? And so for years, I had a litter box, and I would pour in the litter, and I would go over there and scoop it out twice a day into a little paper bag or whatever, and fold it up and throw it on my neighbor's porch and light it on fire. But so funny. I laugh at my own jokes.
I see
so
that.
Either way,
it wasn't even a good joke.
I just had the visualization of my neighbor
you flash back to high school Brandon. Okay, what just happened there.
Mature Brandon. I'm much more mature now. So cat litter box, I change it out, I throw it away. It's super annoying. I'm getting the stuff in my nose or whatever. Then Grace Yarber, Taro's wife, Grace, goes, Brandon, what the hell are you doing? You're rich. You can literally buy an automated cat litter box for like $100 on Amazon. I'd never heard of this. So I go on Amazon and I buy it. It's $100. And you had to set it up. It costs $100 to buy. I had to set it up. And then every 2 weeks, I have to take the box out and put a new box in. So it's not zero work, but it was a lift up front. It is then 2 weeks of automation, and it is 3 minutes of work every 2 weeks now. That is what AI is allowing us to do. It's not zero. It's not like I made an agent on Claude and he just runs my entire life now. No, it's like you put a bunch of money and time and work into building it, and then you let it go and you let it run, and you got to fix it when it breaks. So that's my metaphor.
I love
cat litter.
It's a good metaphor, kinda.
Kinda, it's okay.
I like it.
I don't know if it's a metaphor as much as an example.
All right, let's do this, because here's what you're actually good at.
Okay.
You're actually good at helping human beings
buy real estate.
Buy real estate.
I like that.
So if you're talking to, I mean, you talk about this all the time, but in this era, I'm wanting to get into the game and I want to use AI and I've got all these access and all these tools. Like, what would be my first step?
Yeah, first step, it has nothing to. The first step to buy real estate as an investment, it has nothing to do with AI or technology or anything. It's to make a decision, like a series of decisions, but a decision, right? We talk a lot about that in First Deal. This idea of like, decision is the biggest bottleneck for almost everybody getting into any new thing. Like even like whether it's a diet, whether it's I'm going to go on a date with a girl, whether it's should I invest in a real estate or should I do a door-to-door sales gig? Like, if you don't decide, you can't build a plan, you can't reverse engineer it, you can't build a work ethic, you can't do anything. So decide. Like, I'm going to invest in real estate. Decision done. Then what? Well, what type of real estate are you going to do? Am I going to do mobile home park investing? Am I going to flip houses? Am I going to wholesale? Am I going to do like whatever? Decide. How am I going to finance it? Are you going to do creative finance like sub 2, or are you going to do a 20% down? Decide, right? So we talk about the crystal clear criteria, right? It's like 6 things. Like if you just nail these 6, you're going to be 10 times quicker than everybody else who's just stumbling around. And it is the strategy you're going to pursue. Like, are you going to do, again, rentals? Are you going to do flipping? Whatever. What property type? What location? What condition? What price range? And then what makes it a good deal? Those 6 things. We call it profitability. You figure out those 6 things, and now you can figure out a way to get there. There's no haze. There's no confusion. It's just like, no, I'm going to buy duplexes in Cincinnati that I can rent out using the rent by the bedroom strategy, and I'm going to make 15% cash on cash return after a rehab because I'm doing the birth strategy, whatever. Like all of a sudden you're clear, and then it's like, oh, okay, well, how do I do that? Well, then that's an easy question. If I go to you and I'm like, hey, Miller, how do I do a duplex in Cincinnati? You're like, oh, call my buddy. He's a Cincinnati real estate agent. He can help you. Perfect. But if you don't have clarity on where you're going, you can't get directions to get there.
Yeah, but I think it's so interesting because we do a ton of this with First Deal, and we've got how many thousand members now? Like, it's literally all we do is help people decide.
Yeah.
Like, but probably my most frustrating part of that thing is that no matter how many times we tell people they have to decide, they still can't.
I know, yeah.
Like, what is that, and how do we break through it?
That's a great question. I don't know. When you figure it out, let me know.
Okay, all right.
No, but like, I just keep telling people it's more important that you decide than what you decide.
Yeah.
That it's more important that you decide than what you decide.
Is that Gino Wickman?
It is. It's Gino Wickman from Traction. It's like, if it doesn't matter, you can't steer a parked car. So like, just start moving and then you can steer it. Like, you can't ride a bicycle if you're not moving, you just fall over. Right. So pick a thing. It's like, I'm going to do duplex in Cincinnati, and then just start moving towards it. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, actually Cincinnati doesn't even have duplexes. Weird. The whole city banned them 20 years ago. That's not true. But they're like, okay, well, I guess I'll do triplexes. Oh, there's a ton of those. Oh, but they don't cash flow very well. Oh, well, maybe I can do assisted living in a triplex. Cool, let's try that. And you just, you become a person who makes quick decisions, not rash decisions, but weigh the evidence, go in and do it. And if I can just encourage people to be, and you practice it in small ways, like go to a restaurant and you get 10 seconds to figure out what you're going to order. Don't stick to the menu for 30 minutes. Don't debate every single thing. Just become a person who goes, that, and then be happy with your choice. Or next time, make a different choice.
Yeah. What do you think about the possibility? I think about this a lot. Because sometimes I wonder, and you may disagree, sometimes I wonder if it's just people shouldn't invest in real estate.
Yeah, I actually do believe most people shouldn't invest in real estate because most people are too lazy and I shouldn't say that. Okay, most people are too lazy. But real estate isn't necessarily the best asset class for everybody. The best asset class is the one that you actually like.
That's right.
Right? And so like I read a book one time on day trading. And that's a lie, actually. I read the first 4 pages on a book on day trading, and I was so bored out of my mind, and it just didn't trigger anything in me. I was like, this sucks. Yeah. And so I never did it. I should not be a day trader. But there's day traders that make more money than I do, and they love it.
Do you know the stats on that, though?
No.
Do you know it's less than 5% of day traders that are profitable every
Really?
year? To me, I don't think there's any such thing as a real life success model for day trading that's sustainable.
Yeah, I feel like blackjack would be better than that.
I genuinely think the entire model is the Wall Street is just a giant casino.
I believe it.
Less than 5% of people that say they're a professional trader are profitable at the end of the year.
Funny.
It's wild. Yeah,
but they all say they're profitable.
Of course, because they had a win.
Yeah. Everyone wins at the casino too.
It's exactly right.
I'm up over time.
I can tell you right now, my life losses are higher than my winnings. That is for sure.
I actually think I am legit because I've only gambled like 4 times in my life, and last time I won a bunch. Actually, Heather won a bunch, but
I just won a bunch on a cruise.
Did you really?
Yeah, I'm embarrassed to say how much because it makes me sound like a degenerate.
I'd like to know.
So I'm not going to say that. You like the what?
I just want to know.
Oh, I'll tell you off the camera. I'll let you know I'm a degenerate.
$4 million?
No,
Miller.
no. I won. Okay, I'll just say I won $27,000 at the blackjack table.
Wow.
Off 1,000.
That is pretty impressive.
That's pretty rare too.
That's rare.
Like you normally 2 or 3x and you're out. This was just a.
Yeah, I took Heather to Vegas, and we each took like $200 each, and we've never gambled together ever. And I lost my $200 in the first like 9 seconds. Like it was so fast on blackjack, and then she just like tripled her money, and yeah, so we ended up ahead.
Yeah, we're basically the same.
Yeah, exactly.
See, that's what I mean. Is now you sound like a normal, rational human being.
You sound like a
and I sound like a degenerate. So my thought, and this is a little bit self-serving, I'll admit, but like I think the pinnacle of real estate investors are the ones that don't even do it. I think it's the guys that are invested in your funds, that are invested in our deals. Like to me, like the pinnacle of real estate investing isn't owning rental properties. Yeah. It's getting to the point where your money actually starts working for you and you not working for it.
Yeah.
And I get that the returns aren't as good. Like, but that's how I'm curious actually how you do this because you're much richer than me. So much richer. It's embarrassing how poor I look next to you.
It's not true.
Although if we were in a country that struggled with like common needs like food, I would be the rich guy. So just to be clear, I'd survive in certain places.
What game are we? What
exactly.
game are we playing? That's fine.
But like to me, I'm curious if you do the same thing. Like I use basically none of my own money for my deals.
Yep.
I pretty much use other people's money because those deals are active. I got to hustle. I got to make great returns, and that's why I can pay people decent returns because I'm out there hustling. I use all of my money typically for other people's deals because I'm going to wake up one day and go, I don't want to do this anymore. Like it's, there will come a day.
Yep.
How do you look at it, active versus passive versus like, because I get that guys like you and I also kind of just love the game. And so that is a bend. But like, if you take that component out of it, like what say you?
I'll go this angle. I think I actually disagree with something you said there. And I think you said the returns are worse generally if you're trying to be a passive. I'd actually argue that for most people, they only think the returns are worse. Like here's what I mean by that. Let's say you're a doctor and you've got an extra $100,000 a year that you want to invest in something. You could throw it into a deal with you or me or somebody else and probably get, let's call it 8 to 10, 8 to 12, maybe 15%. Depends on what the deal is and what we're doing, right? Let's just use 12% for an easy number. You get 12% on your money passively. Or you can take that money and you can go buy yourself a rental house and you can put it on the market, get a realtor to get a tenant for it, hire a property manager to manage it for you, and then you clear a quote unquote what you think is a 15% cash on cash return, which you wouldn't. But let's say you get really good and you get 15%, but that's before repairs, maintenance, CapEx, all the stuff. At the end of the day, like if you were to do that, and you were to look back over your investment like 5 years later, you'd be like, dang, I didn't make any money in the last 5 years. Why? It's like, oh, that's right, I had a water heater back 4 years ago. And oh yeah, I had that tenant trashed it 3 years ago. And 2 years ago, because they don't know how, most people don't know how to analyze deals knowing that all those things are coming. If they did, they wouldn't have bought the property because it wouldn't make sense on paper.
Right.
So therefore, people are comparing apples to oranges a little bit. They say, well, why would I get a 15% return from you, Brandon, when I can get a 30% return from my own deals I do by myself? I'm like, yeah, that you're self-managing and you're fixing toilets and you're So anyway, that's my argument.
And to be clear, when I say the returns aren't as good, they're not as good as what you and I are getting.
Yeah.
Because this is our business.
Correct.
Right. But yes, if the alternative is I'm going to go buy a duplex and I work a 9 to 5, I think that, and again, I do believe that if this is your passion,
Yeah, you should do it.
You
Great.
should do it. But
And if you have no money, like it's a good way to get money.
yeah, it's a good way to get money.
Yeah.
But if you have a different passion that's produced a certain amount of money, buying a duplex is maybe not the best route for you.
Yeah.
And that is a little bit counterintuitive to our audience at times.
It is, but yeah, I would consider, we haven't done it yet because there's a marketing problem with doing this, but I would love to do it, is add a entrepreneurial component of First Deal. So it's not, in the First Deal doesn't say firstrealestatedeal.com, it's firstdeal.com, right?
Yeah.
So the idea is like, it could be you go buy a laundromat, you can go buy a landscaping company, right? And if I had, like, maybe somebody's watching this right now and you're like, no, this is me, I want to help Brandon and be part of this thing. Like, really what I need is just an advisor who's like world-class at buying small businesses like that, like Cody Sanchez style.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, and I'd bring him in, and like if somebody's like, oh, like we got a member in First Deal, a buddy of mine actually I knew a little bit from my old town. He joined First Deal, really excited about buying real estate, and then he also was doing some landscaping as like a side business. But then he realized his landscaping was going really good, so he just went all in and he built a landscaping business. Now he's crushing it in landscaping. He's still a First Deal member, and I'm like, I want to help this guy too, because I don't care if you buy a rental or you do a landscaping business. All I care is that you take ownership of your life, you build financial independence, you start stockpiling cash and wealth and paying off your debt and building that. Like, who cares the method?
Yeah, exactly. Arguably, real estate's a terrible way to get rich quick. Like, it really is.
Yeah.
A landscaping company is a great way to get rich quick.
Yeah, if you're good at business, you can scale up a business like that much faster.
And then use all of that cash to go invest with Brandon.
Exactly.
Like, and get stabilized good returns. What's the rule of 72? Is it
Yeah, something like that.
14% or something? You double every 5 years? Like,
Something like that, yeah.
It's like, just do that. And I'm like, and again, if you love the game, it's a totally different thing. But I think a lot of people, you say this all the time, I think a lot of people are pursuing money over passion and wondering why they're failing at both.
Yeah.
And like that.
I don't think I've ever said it. That's really good.
I think I stole that from you.
Yeah, I did. I said that really well, actually. Yeah,
But the idea is that, like, I mean, the way you say it is that what you work will work. That's how you say it. Like,
never said that
yes, you have. Okay, well, I dream about the things you say to me.
great,
Like, what I do is I just like, I
think
meditate.
you say these things.
I meditate and I go, what would Brandon say?
Yeah,
And
I
then
think you're much more articulate than I am. So you should
that's stupid.
You should put your name next to these, like put quotes around it, and then it becomes yours.
It's like that way. It's like the Michael Scott, like the
Yeah.
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
It's like Michael Miller, Brandon Turner. Anyways,
That's a funny Instagram post. We should do that later.
we
like,
should
on
do
Instagram.
that, with AI.
Yeah.
I love that. And I actually would, like, I love businesses and I have several, but like, I wouldn't be that advisor because I don't do a lot of it, but I would love to sit and encourage, because I think really the principles that we teach in First Deal and we teach investors,
Yeah, same
they're
exact
universal.
stuff. Yeah, it's like
decide,
make decisions. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like figure out how you're gonna get funding, figure out how you're gonna get deals, like how you're gonna analyze them. Like it's all the same thing, and then work your process, build your systems, work your process. What's your daily mins? What's your work every day? It's the same exact thing. So like,
and
who
just
cares?
find what the word that I'm like stuck on right now is this word. The word is integrity. I think we talked about this the other day, but integrity doesn't have as much to do with moral compass as it does with integration. The word integrity is about alignment and being integrated. And I think,
do I act the way that I want to act?
And is it aligned with? So I mean, we're both believers. We have a certain framework for this, but I would say for anybody to go, there is a spirit of life inside of you that desires to produce something through you. Your job is to get quiet and learn what it wants to do. Yeah. Like, to me, that's alignment. And I go, in business and real estate and whatever, it's like, what is that thing inside of you trying to produce through you? Because ego, I think Ryan Holiday defined it as in Ego's the Enemy. The ego is not about arrogance. It's about identifying with external forms. It's like everything I'm trying to do instead of just trusting the process.
Yep.
And I think that when you talk about decision, I think one of the reasons why people struggle to make a decision is because they don't know how to get aligned with that good thing inside of them that actually has ideas for their lives to produce. And I would call it God, but you can call it whatever you want. There is a spirit of life.
I call it Bill.
Bill. Who? You better be careful.
I can give it a name. All right.
Oh, you call it Bill. See, I thought you were making a Bethel joke.
No.
See, we're going to have to probably... leave it in there.
No, I like that. Yeah, I was. No, I did not think that well, but I would have made a Bethel joke.
That was a great Bethel joke. I thought you were making a Bill Johnson joke.
Yeah, no, I like that.
That's the.
I call it Bill Johnson. Actually.
Okay. Well, that unfortunately might be part of the problem we're having. So you can decide later if you should leave or cut that part. I have a little problem with this town, So, anyways,
90% of the audience has no idea what we're talking about.
99% has no idea.
But 1% is like,
but if you do, you're
laughing.
You're either laughing or you're deeply offended. This hack is very polarized.
Yes.
Well, hey, listen, I think this was fun. Reversing the seats.
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10. Wow. How do I make you happy? This is actually how I'd like to end this episode.
Let's hear it.
How could I make Brandon Turner have
This was the best podcast I've done all day.
Okay.
It really was.
That's very hurtful. That's hurtful that the highest caliber you can come up with is a day you've done nothing, which is most of your days, I'm told. So
this is it.
The question I have is, how do I give Brandon Turner a 10 out of 10 Micheal Miller experience?
Oh, wow. Tequila shots?
We did that last night, and it was still a 4 out of 10 today. So I don't know how to.
But if we had tequila shots in these mugs,
I do. What did you get? What did you get? Anyways, Brandon, appreciate it. Thank you. Here's what I do want to say. I hate that I have to hype you up because you've already got such a massive ego.
It's having a rough day today.
Yeah, we heard that on the first half of the show. Brandon, you have been genuinely one of the most generous, kind human beings that I've encountered. I mean, we're sitting here in your conference with 1,000 people that came to see you, and
600.
So sorry. Came to see you. Your face is all over the building, and meanwhile, I text you and I go, "Hey, can I launch my podcast at your thing?" And you're like, "Yeah, do that."
Cool.
You have been so kind, and I feel like, there's an old Zig Ziglar quote that says, "You can have anything you want in life if you help enough people get what they want first." And I think that that's been something I've tried really hard to model after, and I think you've displayed that in the couple of years we've been friends. Thanks. Better than just about anybody I've ever met. And for that reason, anything I can ever do to help you build what you're building, I'm 100% in. So
you just made me a 10 out of 10.
Wow, look at that.
That's all it took, was buttering me up, man.
Yeah. And then he's going to lie later and say I'm his favorite person until he finds the next favorite person. And
I don't say that to anybody but you.
Oh, yeah. Except for I've heard it.
I also make sure I dress like you every day. Have you noticed that? Look at this.
Oh, my gosh.
We are twinning today.
Twinning.
Yep. I have a black t-shirt under this, too, I could have wore.
You could have, but instead
I put the sweatshirt on because it was cold.
Yeah, I never get cold. I've been plumping for winter for years. Hey guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you, Brandon. As always, super generous with his time. He's got 1,000 people out here that could be talking to him. I'm not supposed to reference the event, Holly told me, but I did anyways. So here we are. But hey, whatever you do, like, subscribe. What do we tell people to do?
History gets a little unfair. Story secrets all scrubbed up. Welcome to the Dead President's Club.
That's all I got.
That's great. I love it.
Great.
Thank you.